angle between two vectors, vector A and vector B. So we start with the dot product of these two vectors, A times B, that is equals to the product of the two magnitudes times cosine theta. So if you put cosine theta on one side, cosine theta is equals to the product of the dot product divided by the product of the magnitude. Okay, so let's say we have two vectors. So A is negative 2, 5, B is 5, 12. First of all, we find the dot product. So we have vector A times vector B. So this is a negative 2 times 5, and then plus 5 times 12. That is equals to 60 minus 10, which is 50. And then how about the magnitude? The magnitude means the length. So magnitude is you have magnitude of A that is equals to the square root of negative 2 square plus 5 square. So we have 25 plus 4, 29. And then magnitude of B that is equal to the square root of 5 square plus 12 square, 144 plus 25, 169. Take the square root of that, you get a 13. All right, and then last step, you just put everything together. You have a cosine of theta that is equals to the dot product, which is a 50, divided by the product of the two magnitudes, square root of 29 times square root of 13. And then you will have to use your calculator to calculate what the angle is. So the angle is equals to inverse cosine. You still remember your trigonometry. 50 divided by the square root of 29 times 13. So this one you will have to, since they are asking for a degree, then you will have to use a degree mode. So this time I will just use the nearest integer. So this one is equals to 44 degree. And then in order to get the degree, you have to select degree mode on your calculator. For a graphing calculator, where do you find the degree mode? You have to click the mode key. So click the mode key. Usually most people's calculator is in radian mode, and then you have to go to line 3, so either in radian or degree. So back to trigonometry, when you evaluate sine of pi over 3, you put everything in radian. But when you solve an application problem, the answer must be in angle. You have to report the angle in degree. But in this problem, they are asking for an angle, so I would like to see the theta in degree. So you use a degree mode. Okay, let's take a look at the orange problem. We have I, J, and K. All right, so first of all, we find the dot product. So the dot product is A dot B. So that is A. There is no I in the vector B, right? Okay, so that will be 8 times 0. So 8 times 0. And then plus negative 1 times 4. And then plus 4 times 2. That is equals to 4. And then the magnitude of A, that is equals to the square root of A square. And then plus negative 1 square. And then plus 4 square. This is equals to 81, right? 81, take the square root of that, you have a 9. And then the magnitude of B, you have the square root of 0 square plus 4 square plus 2 square. 16 plus 4 is 20, so that is the square root of 20. And then cosine of theta, that is equals to the dot product divided by the product of the magnitude, 9 times square root of 20, and then you solve for theta. So theta is equals to inverse cosine 4 divided by 9 times square root of 20. So this one you will be using degree mode. So this is approximately equals to 84 degree between these two vectors. Let's box the final answer. Okay, let's do one more problem. I would like to try one more. So which color should I pick? Let's pick this. So the last one, I would like to do a vector A. Let's do a 3-dimensional. 1, negative 1, 3, and 4. And then vector B, you have 5, 2, and 1. So first of all, we find the dot product. We have A dot B, of course, I mean vector. So this is a negative 1 times 5 plus 3 times 2 plus 4 times 1. That is equals to 5. And then for the magnitude of A, so magnitude of A, vector. And then this is the square root of each component. So -1 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. 16 plus 9 is 25 plus 1 is the square root of 26. Magnitude, vector b, square each component. 5 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. This is a 25 plus 5 equals to 30. And then now we are ready to do the last part. So the last part is cosine of theta equals to the dot product, which is 5, divided by the square root of divided by the product of the magnitude. Root 26 times root of 30. So that is inverse cosine 5 divided by square root of 26 square root of 30. So this one in degree mode, that is approximately equals to 80 degree. Approximately equals to 80 degree. Alright, so now this is the end of this video. If you like the way I explain angle between two vectors, give this video a thumbs up. Give my channel a subscribe if this is what you wanted to see. I will meet you all in the next lesson. Signing out.